Welcome to Until There's a Cure's Empowering Voices series. My name is Lauren, and today I'm joined by special guest Misconception, also known as Kevin Levesque. Hi, Misconception. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
Thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, of course, no problem. I love it.
So, if you're all right, we can get right into the questions.
Let's do it.
Why is having conversations about HIV and AIDS important to you?
It's important because it's spreading awareness. It's spreading, because it's this pandemic of, epidemic of HIV is still on the rise all around the world, and it's important to talk about it, and it's important to get word out there, and and get more studies happening and get more awareness.
And can I ask, how has being involved in these conversations impacted your life?
Well, I've done a lot of work with HIV over the years in Toronto, Canada. I've done bike rides from Toronto to Montreal, and we've raised thousands of dollars, millions of dollars. Everyone all together, we've raised millions of dollars for the People with AIDS Foundation in Toronto and stuff like that. And it's it's affected my life because I have so many friends that are HIV positive, and I want to help out.
It's amazing. What initially inspired you to start participating in all of these fundraising events?
Well, I mean, when I became a drag queen 20 years ago, there was always fundraisers going on, and I would always show up and donate my time to do a number and perform. And over the years, a friend of mine who is an HIV activist, Harvey Malinsky, he was the one that really got me involved in the bike rides. And he said to me, he says, "You can do it." I said, "Oh my gosh, I can't ride my bike to Montreal. It's so far, And he says, "You can do it." He says, "If you put your mind to anything, you can do it." So I started being involved with the Friends for Life bike rally in Toronto, and Harvey was helping me out. And every single Sunday at my show, I would donate my tips towards this HIV organization. And once I did the ride, I was, so happy that I was making change, And so I continued. I did the ride twice, but I also performed for the HIV ride in I think it was 7 years or 8 years. I performed after that, and it was amazing. And I continue to this day. Obviously, Until There's a Cure wrote to me and asked me to help out, and I said, of course, I'd love another incredible organization to work with.
And we appreciate all that you've done for Until There's a Cure, too.
No problem. It's just the beginning.
Would you be able to go a little into the stuff you've done with us so far?
Yeah, sure. Well, we did, I did my birthday fundraiser. So I just had a birthday on June 25th. So my birthday fundraiser I put on Facebook, and I chose, of course, Until There's a Cure. And we raised, I think, something about like $500 or something like that for that, just from people donating on Facebook. I'm helping out on Twitter by awareness of the company and telling people about Until There's a Cure so they can research a little bit more into the organization. And I modeled some fabulous jewelry and stuff like that as well, which we're going to continue to do, because there's a whole bunch of fabulous things on the website you can purchase and stuff like that, and all the money goes towards the HIV organization. I think that in the future I would like to do a big fundraiser, a big show, and we haven't talked about it yet, but that's my idea that I want to approach Until There's a Cure with, that I want to do a big, huge fundraiser and raise lots of money for Until There's a Cure.
Well, that's really awesome. I'm looking forward to it then.
Me too.
So, can I ask, do you have any advice for people who are interested in looking to get involved and just do some good for the HIV and AIDS, organizations and communities?
Well, my advice is just do it. I mean, a lot of us sit around and we have free time on our hands, and there's always time to volunteer or help out or even organize a fundraiser yourself. I mean, it's not very hard to call the company until there's a cure and say, hi, my name is, John Doe or Jane Doe, and say, I would like to do a show and then donate a portion of the proceeds towards until there's a cure. I think it's very simple, and I really encourage people to do that more. A lot of drag queens or any other performers are always looking for something to give back to their communities, and I think this is a perfect opportunity to be able to contact until there's a cure and get awareness, out.
I agree. How about to go a little lighter? Do you have any quotes or sayings that you live by?
Well, I always say, you only live once, right? I say that a lot because people are always hesitant about things, and they're always, even if it's someone trying to, come see a drag show for the first time and they're a little weary about it, I always just say, you only live once, darling, you only live once. So, and I'm big on the laws of attraction. Whatever you put into the universe comes back to you. And I do believe that. So those are two great things that I always try to be grateful for in my mind,
I love that. What else? How about, why do you think that society and the world are ignorant and kind of very easily to dismiss of HIV?
Because they're not educated. That's the thing. These people are not educated, so instantly they think that, you can get HIV by just touching a person or something like that, I mean, when I first came to the, gay community back in 1998, I wasn't educated, but I also wasn't, I wasn't worried, I always used protection myself, but it was the meeting people, meeting some of my best friends and them telling me that they were HIV positive, and I had lots of questions, and I asked them, is it all right that I can ask you questions about this? And they said, of course, and that's what it is. It's about educating and education. And these people, the stigma that is still to this day is because these people are not educated, and some of them don't want to be educated.
Mm-hmm.
They just want to spread hate,
Yeah. How do you feel we can work to overcome these stigmas, especially with people who aren't going out of their ways to educate themselves about how HIV works?
I mean, how we can do it is just constantly drill it down people's throats, The social media helps, I think social media is a big thing, so constantly posting stuff on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok, and, I think that it's important. I think that, I don't know if Until There's a Cure has a TikTok, but it's something to maybe look at because that's the younger generation. The younger generation is on TikTok, and educating them of people's stories and stuff like that is very important, and it might make them reach out and say, oh wow, I have questions about this, or so.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you have anything else that you'd like to share, whether it's advice, call to action, anything like that for the people listening right now?
Well, I say to everyone, get off your butts and help out. Absolutely, there's never, it's never too late to help out, and contact Until There's a Cure and see what you can do. Volunteer, help them promote on social media, share their posts. I mean, that's very important. That's what I say to people, it's just, it takes 1 second to push one button to share someone's post, because you never know whose life you're going to change or save, or it doesn't matter, It's just really great to get awareness out there, and if you have the time and you want to volunteer, I'm sure they could use any help out. Or if you want to all my fellow drag performers out there, making money, it's like, well, now it's time to give back to our community again. I do feel like the fundraising in some of the gay communities has lost itself. When I came out as a drag queen 21 years ago, that's all we did. We were always doing fundraiser. We were always raising money for HIV or for breast cancer or for anything, and now I find it doesn't happen as much with the newer generation coming into the gay communities. Now, it is happening, but it's not happening as much, I'm saying. So I think to all the fabulous performers out there, they need to step it up and give back to the community again, because you know what? The community gives to you.
That was beautifully said. Thank you so much for coming on today and talking to us and bringing this message to all of our listeners.
You're very welcome.
And to those of you listening right now, please make sure to check out misconception.com if you want to learn more about.
And follow me on Instagram, darling, Miss C Toronto.
Do that, please, too. All right. Thank you so much, and it was amazing talking to you.
Thank you, honey. Have a great day.
You too.